Coming to you from Annapolis, Maryland, home of the U.S. Naval Academy, the sailing capital of the world, home of the world's largest crab feast, and 4 signers of the Declaration of Independence. This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, a daily roundup of local news that you can use, including local sports, local events, local opinion, and local weather from DMV Weather. Now here's your host, publisher of Eye on Annapolis, John Frenaye.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 1st, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Yesterday morning, just before noon, there were some tense moments at the Naval Academy. In a statement released from the Academy, they said that a suspicious envelope was found in Mr. Hall, which is actually a part of Bancroft Hall, which is the dormitory for the midshipmen. It was in the form of an envelope, and it was reported to the Naval Academy personnel, bringing out a response from NCIS and security personnel from Naval Support Activity Annapolis, which is the facility across the Severn River, the City of Annapolis Hazmat Team, as well as Anne Arundel County Fire Department. As a result, 5 Navy personnel who came in close contact with the envelope were initially quarantined until the contents were evaluated. It was deemed to be non-hazardous, and the scene was cleared probably about an hour later. The Academy did say that less than half of the brigade is currently at the school, primarily just the plebes that are there for plebe summer, because most are away on summer training and leave. Anne Arundel County Executive Steve Shue, along with Fire Chief Alan Graves, opened up the new Lakeshore Volunteer Fire Station yesterday. The new 13,000 square foot, $6 million Lakeshore Volunteer Fire Station is located at 4642 Mountain Road. And the county executive said, over the last 3.5 years, Anne Arundel County has undertaken a major effort to address our public safety infrastructure. This new volunteer fire station is a bricks and mortar example of our unwavering commitment to public safety. Now, the project was made possible through the Jumpstart Anne Arundel Capital Project Financing Program, which was enacted in 2015. The capital plan embraces a 30-year bond financing option, and the initiative has allowed Anne Arundel County to expand its capital funding program to make critical school, public safety, road, and quality of life infrastructure improvements all the way from Brooklyn Park and Pasadena down to Annapolis and Odenton. Baltimore experienced the wettest July in history, with nearly 5 times the normal amount of rain, as we all know. The Baltimore Sun reported that through Monday, there was 16.67 inches of rain at BWI, compared to a normal July of about 4 inches. The previous July record of 11.03 inches was set in 1889, and we shattered it. And that total is less than 2 inches from Baltimore's single wettest month, which was set in August of 1955, when the region was soaked by back-to-back tropical systems and received 18.35 inches. And as we reported yesterday, that rain is partially to blame for all of the debris that has been floating up along our shores. And now the Maryland Department of Natural Resources announced that no swimming is being allowed at Sandy Point State Park due to safety concerns associated with large amounts of debris on the beach and floating immediately offshore. The park does remain open for other activities, including sunbathing and shoreline fishing. Boaters may continue to launch from the park's boat ramps, but the state is urging them to exercise extreme caution and remain vigilant, and of course always wear their life vests. A big shout out to the crew from Watermark Cruises. They were spotted downtown in Annapolis yesterday, scooping the crap out of Ego Alley. There was a bobcat there were dump trucks, and obviously Watermark uses the water for their livelihood, so they're taking care of it, and that is a good thing to see. We also said yesterday that the Market House opened, and boy, it is getting great reviews so far. It's still on a soft open, so it's only open from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., but last night, lines were still in place at 6:30, and you know where I'll be for lunch today. And on August 18th, I'm going to be at Kegs and Corks, and I'm going to save $10 on my general admission ticket because I'm going to use the code EOA when I buy them. And you can use that code as well, and you can get $10 off of as many general admission tickets as you might want to buy. You can get them at kegsandcorksfest.com. There's also a link in the show notes as well. Save yourself $10. Also, tomorrow, please tune into the Maryland Crabs podcast. I had a great conversation earlier this week with Dr. Jim Fielder, who is Maryland's Secretary of Higher Education. I don't want to spoil it for you, but let's just suffice to say that there's about $105 million that they're looking to give away to students that are entering college, students that are in college, maybe students that have already graduated college, or people that are thinking about going back to college. If you are a parent, if you are a student, it'll be worth your time to take a listen to that. And certainly, if nothing else, visit their website, which is mhec.maryland.gov, and that's MHEC. That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Make sure you are recommending this podcast to your friends and coworkers and colleagues and enemies and relatives and anybody else that will listen to you. If you subscribe someplace, please leave us a rating or a review. Those always help. And right now we have George Young with DMV Weather, and he is coming up with your local weather forecast right after this brief message from Kegs and Corks.
Don't miss the best event of the summer. Come out Saturday, August 18th for the Kegs and Corks Festival at the Anne Arundel County Fairgrounds. Get tickets now at kegsandcorksfest.com to begin the party at noon instead of 1 with early access tickets. Tickets benefit the Special Olympics of Maryland and include a souvenir glass, unlimited wine and beer samples, plus live music all day, including headliner Kristen and the Noise. Enjoy over 80 Maryland wines, 40 craft beers, incredible food, and more. Go now to kegsandcorksfest.com.
This is Maryland. The weather can be nearly unpredictable. We've got George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis to sort it all out.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, August 1st. So we turn the calendar over today to August, but we end up with much of what we saw in the second half of July, which is high temps in the mid to upper 80s and a likelihood of rain, which will also come with some breezy south-southwest winds today, gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. Tomorrow should be a repeat, though not quite as breezy, and then Friday and Saturday are expected to bring more rain chances and more temps in the 82 to 87 degree range. So hang in there and stay dry as we power through yet another rainy period for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County. Okay, that's it for today. Make it a great day, and be sure to follow DMV Weather anywhere all the time at dmvweather.com or on social media via Twitter or Facebook, or especially on our free app that you can download from the Apple App Store or Google Play Store on all of your devices by searching for DC MDVA Weather, so you can always stay weather informed. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
September 29th, the inaugural Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, music, food, and arts festival, presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines, dance the afternoon away to the sounds of Saved by Zero and the Groove Spot Band. Watch the plein air painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org, twistandstout.org. September 29th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets at twistandstout.org. Thanks for listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. If you like what you heard, make sure to tell your friends and colleagues about it. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find much more. Be sure to check out our other weekly podcast, The Maryland Crabs. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.